we'll test it out. So might as well get it right on the last game of the year, right? So yeah, perfect. All right, good morning, Rampage family. Bright and early this morning, and if you are here, you are dedicated. Last game of the 24-25 season. Here in Fogarty Ice Arena. First time in this rink this weekend, but it's a nice one. Nice and big, lots of stands, lots of places to watch from. Hopefully we'll have some good hockey. Perfect. We did just get confirmation that we did just get confirmation. It sounds like the audio is going out this morning, so hopefully we'll keep that up. Thanks everybody for sticking with us this whole season. We do really, really appreciate all our families at home watching and cheering on the team through thick and thin. It's, hockey's a roller coaster. It's always lots of ups and downs, and exciting win in overtime last night. That was super fun to watch. Overtime's always incredibly nerve-wracking, but Rampage boys pulled it off on an excellent, a blown play by the Junior Kings, followed by an excellent hard-working pickup by Whittingham up to Merrill, and Merrill buried it for the game winner in overtime. That was exciting. Just about a minute and a half left to warm up. And now's a good time to also make a special thank you again to my my trusty broadcast team here. Jeff, the tech guy, running all the stuff. And I don't know if you guys have taken any time to watch the post-production videos that he puts together, but he's always done just a fantastic job with all of that. Puts lots of time and effort into it, and I couldn't be more appreciative of everything he's doing so that we have some good quality video to watch after the games and during the games. He also does all the live stream setup. And Adam King, of course, who's been running our camera for us this whole season. The rink we were in the last two games, I had some PTSD flashbacks from the end of last season, being in that rink, infamous rink number 8, which is where the we'll just call it the incident occurred, which led to my very strong desire for some help working the camera, and Adam's been so great and gracious to do that all year. So really thank both of you guys. And here's hoping that we just have the boys finish strong on a high note. Put in a good game for this last game of the year before everybody goes and jumps on flights to go home. Time has expired on the warm-up session. The boys are going to wrangle up the pucks and have their team meeting. And then we'll get going with period number 1. It was a sweltering negative 14 degrees on the car thermometer on our way in this morning. So by far the coldest day of the weekend for us. I can account for the fact that it is stupid cold outside. Not too bad in here though. All right, we got 17 minutes up on the clock. Out on the ice to start period number 1, we got Whitted, Drexel, Sarver, Bisley, Wheeler, and I believe we're going to have Liam Holmes in net. That does appear to be the case. All right, here we go, period number 1. Rampage win the draw, back to Wheeler. He's got it in his own zone. Over to Whitted. Whitted leaves it for Bisley. Bisley feeds it up, looking for Sarver. Nobody's home, and we have an icing. So just like that, we get a whistle. Faceoff's going to come back into the Rampage zone. Same crew out as before. Good morning. Good morning. All right, same crew out as before. Face off in the Rampage zone. Rampage win the draw back into the corner. Wheeler makes a move to the outside. Pulls it off the wall. Wheeler sends it up for Bisley. Bisley skates through. He's into the zone. Quick shot goes just wide of the net, up to the point on the far side. Wheeler holds it at the point, dumps it back in. Puck comes back up, and Oakmoor has it. They're out of the zone. Flips it across to the far side. Oakmoor to the far wall. Whitted has the puck, gets pinched up on the wall, and still in the zone. Oakmoor feeds it to center. Quick shot. Holmes with the save. It goes into the corner. Up to Sarver. Takes a hit. The puck just comes out of the zone. Sarver tries to recollect the puck. Rampage coming in off the bench. And now the puck gets sent back down into the Rampage zone. Merrill picks it up, feeds it up to Whittingham. Whittingham's into the zone. Skates it down the wall, back up to the point to Merrill. Shot from up high, quick. And Zach Roberts wrangles it in and then puts it home. So 15:47 left in period number 1. Rampage go up 1-0. On a goal by Z-Rob himself. Roberts, Whittingham, Foster, Merrill, and Huff on the ice. Rampage win the draw. Merrill takes the red line, skates it into the zone, down low into the corner. Whittingham, he's going to drop it behind the net. Foster goes to the far corner looking for it. Puck still down low in the corner. Roberts is going to pick it up, sends it up to the point to Merrill. Merrill feeds it back down the boards. Goes around to the far side. Huff's going to pinch in. Keeps it down low. Whittingham pulls it off the wall, wrangles it in, sends it towards the net. Doesn't make it through. Oakmoor picks it up. Sends it hard off the glass. Unable to clear the zone. King turns and fires wide of the net. It goes to the far corner. Puck comes up the far side wall and then gets dumped right back down again. It's behind the Oakmoor net. Oakmoor sends it hard off the glass, up and out of the zone. This should be icing. We do get a whistle, and indeed, it's icing. Out on the ice, we've got Wilton, McManus, King, Bender, and Espirito. Oakmoor wins the draw. They skate it back behind their own net. Fed up to the far side wall, gets stuck down in the corner. Oakmoor pulls it off the wall, skate to center. They take the red line, gets held up. Oakmoor has to come back and recollect. Pass across to the near side. They're into the Rampage zone. Quick poke check. Espirito has the puck. He sends it over to the far side looking for Bender. Bender sends it up the wall. And now Wilton, skating through into the zone. Nick Wilton with the shot. Oakmoor, goaltender, has it in his glove. He's going to hang on. 14-10 left in period number 1. Face off in the Oakmoor zone. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Bisley, Wheeler. Rampage win the draw, but Oakmoor's going to jump on it out of the circle. Skates through into the Rampage zone. Quick poke check up to the point, and Oakmoor sends it down the wall, gets stuck on the wall. Drexel comes back for it, wrangles it in, drops it for Wheeler. Wheeler makes a move to the inside. He kind of gets stuck in the corner. And then Wheeler's going to wrangle it back in. He turns, skates with it. He's out of the zone. He's across the red line into the Oakmoor zone. Pass across. Sarver knocks it down low. The puck is back behind the net. Comes up to Whitted. Whitted fans on the shot, and now Oakmoor's coming back the other way. Quick shot, goes wide of the net, ends up on the far wall. Puck into the inside corner. Back again to the far side. Bisley's going to get there. Makes a move out of the zone, feeds it up to Drexel. Drexel's into the zone. Tries to send the pass across, goes off a boot, and now Oakmoor tries to send it. Whittingham with the poke check, keeps it down low in the corner. Whittingham behind the net, turns with it. Oakmoor with the poke check, coming back the other way. Oakmoor's got a little bit of room. Quick shot, Holmes with the save, puck to the near side wall. Huff clears the zone with it, and now a little back and forth at neutral. Foster's into the zone. Oakmoor recollects the puck. They send a stretch pass to the far side. Goes into the Rampage zone. Holmes is going to hold it up for Merrill. Merrill feeds it out front for Whittingham. Puck gets into the far boards. Merrill recollects to Huff. Up and out of the zone. Oakmoor comes back for it into their own zone. They're going to skate to the far side. Hold up behind their net. Nice poke check by Espirito, and then Oakmoor doesn't send it in. Puck tied up on the inside. Oakmoor sends it in now to the zone. Espirito knocks it down. He turns with it. Skates back behind the net. Sends it up the near side boards. Off of Robert's stick, out to neutral ice. Oakmoor knocks it down. Back into the zone with it. Roberts skates it back into his own zone. Puck comes up the near side boards. Quick shot goes across to the far corner. Bender sends it up to Foster. Foster, we got a penalty coming to Espirito, I think, for what they're calling roughing. 11:30 left in period number 1. Rampage are going to be on the penalty kill. Out on the ice to start the PK, we've got Whitted, Drexel, Wheeler, Bisley. Rampage win the draw. Bisley sends it around the boards to the far side. Wheeler unable to clear. Comes back to Wheeler. He turns, skates with it, feeds it up to Drexel. Drexel's into the Oakmoor zone. Shot goes off a skate and just falls right where it is. Drexel with the steal up to Whitted. Whitted with the shot. Goaltender makes a save. Puck goes into the far corner. Oakmoor recollects in their own zone. Over to the near side. Missed the pass, and the puck is going to go way back into the corner in the Oakmoor zone. Drexel applying pressure on the forecheck. Lost the handle, Whitted over to Drexel, and Oakmoor has the puck back. They're going to turn and skate it up and out into the Rampage zone with it. Quick steal, but unable to clear the zone. Whitted has it back now. He's coming the other way. Whitted's through neutral, one-on-one into the Oakmoor zone. Oakmoor sends it across to the near side. They recollect in their own zone, send it up the near side wall, into the Rampage zone with it. They skate to the far side corner. Whittingham with the steal. He turns, flips it up and across. Sarver's going to wrangle it in. And Rampage are offside. 37 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Rampage boys. 10:07 left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we've got Whittingham, Sarver, Huff, and Merrill. Puck tied up on the near side wall. Oakmoor's going to send it back into their zone and regroup. Back behind their own net. They're going to skate it out from behind. Feed it up the far side. They're through neutral into the Rampage zone. Quick shot goes through to the near side corner. Oakmoor drives it back down. Puck gets cleared out back to the wall, ends up down low in the corner again. Oakmoor on the near side wall. They're going to feed it back down the wall and back up to the point. Across the blue line, shot. Holmes with the save. Puck goes into the far corner. Rampage are back at 5. Puck to the inside wall. Back behind, Huff sends it up the wall on the far side. Oakmoor holds it at the point. Puck comes across. Sarver's got it on his stick, sends it up to McManus. McManus turns with it, takes the red line. He's going to dump it in. Oakmoor goaltender holds it up behind the net, sends it to the far side. Puck up the far side, and King, pinching in, is going to keep the puck down low in the corner. King recollects back behind the net. It's going to skate to the near side, sends the puck up to the point. Shot from up high. Oakmoor gets bodies in the way. They're coming back the other direction. Wheeler swipes the puck away, goes after it in the corner. Wheeler turns, changes direction, feeds it up to the near side. Puck gets hit back down. It's going to rim around to the far side boards. Centering pass, quick shot. Holmes with the save. Wheeler's going to poke it to the near side. Pulls it off the wall. He's going to skate up and out of the zone. Feeds it across. And King is in the zone with it. Quick shot goes up and over and ends up in the near corner. Oakmoor has it. And a quick seal by King. Shot. Goaltender makes the save. Puck goes into the far corner. Oakmoor recollects. They're out of the zone. Through neutral. Into the Rampage zone with a quick shot. Goes off a Wheeler's skate and wide. Centering pass deflects off a stick. Goes to the far wall. Oakmoor dumps it back in. Down low into the corner. Quick shot. Holmes with the save. He's going to cover it up. So we get a stoppage. We'll have a face-off in the Rampage zone. 7:45 left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we've got Whittingham, Roberts, Espirito, Bender, and Foster. Oakmoor wins the draw. They're going to dump it back behind the net. Quick move, centering pass. Holmes with the save. It's out front, and it's covered up, so we get a stoppage. Same crew out as before. Oakmoor wins the draw. It's down the wall on the inside. Espirito's got the puck, sends it up to Roberts. Roberts off the boards. I think that's going to have just a little too much. Just barely too far. So we get a whistle for icing. Face off will be back to the Rampage zone. 7:19 left in period number 1. Same crew out as before. Oakmoor wins the draw up to the point. Shot taken. Whittingham gets a boot in the way. Puck comes up and out and all the way back into the Oakmoor zone. Oakmoor player gets there, sends it up the wall on the near side, clears it out to neutral. Roberts feeds it back to Espirito. Espirito flips it up and out, and Oakmoor's offside. 7:01 left in period number 1. Face-off will come just outside the Rampage zone. Rampage win the draw. Espirito over to Bender. Bender sends it, deflects off a stick all the way back into the Oakmoor zone. Down low in the corner, Oakmoor's going to get it behind their net. They skate to the far side. They hold up on the far side boards. Send the puck up to the near side. They clear the zone with it. Take the red line. They're going to dump it into the Rampage zone. Huff has to go back for it. Sends it to the far wall. Roberts chips it up and out of the zone. He's going to go for a change. Oakmoor coming back for it. Foster gets a stick on it, and the puck goes into the far corner. Foster wrangles it back in, turns. Foster takes a shot, goes wide, and ends up on the far wall. Huff pinching in, can't keep it in the zone. Merrill's going to come across and recollect in the neutral zone. Up to Whitted. Held up the line. Rampage have to tag back up. Whitted feeds it over for Sarver. Fans on the shot. The puck ends up down low in the corner. Comes out. Whitted turns, fires. Goaltender makes a save. Sarver gets there in the corner. On the wall. Now, it doesn't come out of the zone. Huff holds it at the blue line. Drexel drives in on the near side. He recollects, sends it across looking for Whitted. Whitted dumps it down low. Goes back behind the net. Drexel pokes it into the corner. Sarver gets there, tries to feed it out front. Whitted tries to get a shot off, doesn't get much on it, and the goaltender's going to cover it up. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in period number 1. Face off in the Oakmoor zone. We've got Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Merrill, and Huff. Oakmoor wins the draw. Send it up the near side wall. Up and out. Oakmoor's going to skate through neutral. They're into the Rampage zone. Puck down low in the corner. Fed out front. It's loose out front. It gets sent up to the point and just out. Oakmoor has it, but they have to tag up. Fed back through into the Rampage. Up and out of play into the stands. Clock. Faceoff will come just outside the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got King, Wilton, McManus, Wheeler, and Bisley. Oakmoor jumps in and takes the puck. Quick shot. Holmes gets a piece of it. Ends up in the corner. Wheeler sends it up to McManus. McManus over to King. King's into the zone. Quick shot. Goaltender makes a save. He's going to hang on. So we get a stoppage. We'll have a face-off in the Oakmoor zone. 4 minutes and 37 seconds left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Wilton, King, Wheeler, and Bisley. Oakmoor comes out of the pile with the puck. They skate through into the Rampage zone. Fed down low, just wide of the net. Tied up in the corner on the far side. Back behind the net. Bisley doing battle back there. Puck comes to the near side wall. Up and out. King's got it. He turns, he skates with it. He's into the zone. King with a shot goes up and over, ends up on the far side wall. Puck comes up and out. Bisley picks it up, sends it across to Wheeler. Wheeler's going to turn to the inside wall. Skates through neutral. He's into the Oakmoor zone. Sends it back behind the net. Out front, McManus has it. Turns in the corner. Goes off a body. Comes up to the point. Foster takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. Puck goes to the far wall. Comes up and out. Bender's got it. Sends it over to Espirito. Espirito up to Foster. Sorry, back to Espirito. It's going to come back to Bender. Bender sends it across to Roberts. Roberts over to Espirito. Goes off a stick into the Oakmoor zone. Oakmoor feeds it to the far side, and it ends up in the far corner, up the wall. Oakmoor's going to skate it out of the zone through neutral. Fed back down low. Bender gets there, sends it up to Roberts. It's up and out of the zone. Oakmoor has it back in neutral ice. They dump it into the Rampage zone. Espirito gets a stick on it, feeds it up to the point, but not out. Shot goes wide of the net, ends up on the far wall. Oakmoor has it down low. Puck up to Roberts. He's going to flip it up and out of the zone. Doesn't have enough for icing. Play will continue. Oakmoor gets there. Roberts with a nice poke check. Foster has it. It just blows a tire. Whitted to Roberts. Gets kind of stuck in the corner. Battle for the puck down low. Up the wall. Whitted pulls it off the wall. Over to Foster. Quick shot. Goaltender makes a save. Roberts feeds it across to Whitted. Whitted takes a shot, goes wide of the net, ends up on the near wall, comes up and out of the zone. Espirito comes back for it. He's got it in his own zone. Sends it up. Oakmoor knocks it down. Rampage unable to clear. Espirito to Whitted. Whitted cross ice to the far side, comes out of the zone, and Oakmoor is offside. 1 minute and 40 seconds left in period number 1. Faceoff will be outside the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Sarber, Whitted, Huff, and Merrill. Rampage win the draw. Huff over to Merrill. Merrill sends it through, goes off a Whitted stick. He's going to try to wrangle it back in. It's into the zone. Oakmoor has it. They're behind the net. Drexel with a takeaway. He changes directions. Quick shot goes up and over, ends up on the near wall. It's going to come up and out of the zone. Huff has to race back for it. He's got players on. He turns, clears the zone. It's up to Whitted. Whitted's into the Oakmoor zone with it. Holds up at the point. And I think the puck came out of the zone, it looks like. Rampage are offside. 1:07 left in period number 1. Faceoff will be outside the Oakmoor zone. We'll get some fresh skaters on the ice. We've got McManus, King, Wilton, Wheeler, and Bisley. In the Oakmoor zone, Oakmoor has it on their stick. They're going to skate through neutral. They hold up at the red line, send it across to the near side, turn and fire it into the Rampage zone. Wheeler's got it, makes a move to the outside. Wheeler up to Roberts, to King. I'm sorry, that's Wilton. To King, over to the inside wall. It's down low in the corner. Battle for the puck down low. Wilton gets in there. Looks like Oakmoor's going to flip it up the wall, but not out. And now they're going to clear the zone with it. Comes back up to Bisley at neutral ice. Sends it across to Wheeler. Wheeler makes a move. He's into the Oakmoor zone. Down low into the corner. Centering pass comes up and to an Oakmoor player who's going to turn around and clear the puck into the Rampage zone. Bisley comes back for it. Sends it for King. And now Oakmoor's going to poke it back into the Rampage zone. Drives it down low into the inside. And they turn and fire just as time expires on period number 1. So your score after 1 is 1-0 in favor of your Colorado Rampage. $17 minutes up on the board. I'd like to see a little bit more sustained offensive pressure. Oh, I do. I wore it 2 days ago.
That was a mistake.
Yeah. So. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe it's bad luck. All right, out on the ice to start period number 2. We've got.
That is so adorable.
We've got Foster, Whittingham, Roberts, Bisley, and Wheeler out to start period number 2. And Liam Holmes in net. Oakmoor wins the draw, sends it across to the near side. Cross ice pass into the Rampage zone. Oakmoor with the shot goes up and over, ends up on the near side wall. Puck comes up but not out, held up at the point. And now it comes out to neutral. It's into the Oakmoor zone. And we get a whistle for icing. Faceoff will be back in the Rampage zone. 16:36 left in period number 2. Same crew out as before. Rampage win the draw. Wheeler's going to skate it to the far side, up the wall, up and out of the zone. Quick takeaway, and then a little back and forth of neutral ice. Oakmoor's going to turn and send it hard into the Rampage zone. Tied up back behind the net. And Whittingham comes out of the pile with it. He turns skate, sends it up to Bisley. Bisley feeds it off the boards for Foster. Foster's into the zone. Puck gets fed across to the far wall. Foster looking for Roberts, and now Oakmoor's going to poke it up, but not out. Foster keeps it in. Skates to the near side, feeds it down low. Wilton goes after it. Cross ice pass for Wheeler. Wheeler fans on the shot, and now Oakmoor chips it up and out of the zone and into the Rampage zone with it. Puck gets poked into the corner. Centering pass, Foster with the takeaway, comes up to Roberts. Roberts sends it forward and goes for a change. Oakmoor coming back the other way with speed into the Rampage zone. Quick move, Holmes with a nice save. Puck up the far wall. Pinched in and now gets cleared up but not out. King gets a stick on it. Oakmoor sends it down low. Bisley sends it up off the boards. Wilton sends it back up on the near side. King chips it up and out of the zone. Back to Bisley in his own zone. Up off the boards to King. Oakmoor pokes it back. They're back into the Rampage zone with it. And goes wide of the net, ends up in the far corner. Wheeler ties it up on that wall, sends it up to McManus. Up to neutral ice. Excuse me, Oakmoor chips it in down low in the corner. Bisley sends it around to the far side. Back behind the net. Wilton's going to get there. Sends it up to King. King over to Wheeler. Wheeler's going to chip it into the zone. McManus is going after it. Down low into the corner. Rampage defenseman finally able to get a change. Over to Huff on the near side. Sorry, puck comes up. Oakmoor coming back the other way. Into the Rampage zone. Gets poked into the corner. Back behind the Rampage net. Turned and fired. Bounces way up in the air. Bouncing around. Ends up behind the net. That one was scary. Whitted with the takeaway. He turns with it, sends it across to McManus, goes off a stick and into the zone. Oakmoor sends it back behind their net, up the near side wall. Up but not out. Drexel with the takeaway, turns, fires. Goaltender makes a save, bounces way up in the air. He was the only white jersey in there. He was the only white jersey in there. 13-20. They called a hand pass on Rampage. Drexel was the only Rampage player. 13-20 left in period number 2. Face off just outside the Oakmoor zone. It's into the zone on the near side. Quick takeaway. Sarver's back into the zone with it. Sarver on the inside wall. Takes a shot. Goaltender gets a piece. It goes back behind. Drexel has it. Drexel up to Huff. Oh, just blows a tire. Oakmoor skates back the other way. Quick takeaway. Drexel sends it back. Merrill's got it on a stick. Over to Huff on the near side. Up the wall. Whitted's going to clear it. And now Oakmoor dumps it back in. And we've got a penalty coming. Looks like one to each team. 12:44 left in period number 2, and I believe we'll stay 5-on-5. Faceoff will be just outside the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Whittingham, Roberts, Espirito, and Bender. Rampage win it. Roberts is into the zone. Roberts with a quick shot, goes just wide of the net, ends up the far wall. Espirito holds it at the point. Sends it back down the wall. Oakmoor clears. It's going to go all the way back into the Rampage zone. They wave off icing for reasons unknown. Up to neutral ice. Puck comes up to the blue line. Oakmoor takes a shot. Holmes with the save. He's going to hang on. We'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. Oakmoor comes up with the puck. They skate back behind the Rampage net to the far side, send it up to the point. Make a move back down the wall. Pass deflects off of a stick to the near side. And the puck gets flipped up into the netting and out of play. 11:52 left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, King, Wilton, Wheeler, Bisley. Rampage come up with it. Oakmoor turns, quick shot. Holmes gets a piece of that one. It bounces up and over and ends up in the far corner. And Wilton's going to turn with it. He's into the Oakmoor zone, drops it, looking for King. Puck ends up in the far corner. Puck back behind the net. Goes to the far side wall. Oakmoor turns, they clear the puck out. Wheeler's with a takeaway. Has to wait for everybody to tag up, makes a move into the zone. Wheeler skates to the far side, shot taken. Goalie makes a save, goes up into the netting and out of play. 11:11 left in period number 2. Everybody make a wish at home. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Drexel, Whitted, Merrill, Espirito. Rampage win the draw, back to Espirito. Drops it for Sarver. Sarver to Merrill. Down low to Drexel. Up to Sarver. Sarver takes a shot. Loose change. Whitted over to Merrill. Merrill takes a shot, goes off a boot, comes out of the zone. Sarver comes back for it. Makes a move. Sarver's through neutral, into the Oakmoor zone. And I believe we had a whistle for offside, although I didn't see anybody offside myself. But nonetheless, we have a whistle for offside. Faceoff's going to come outside the Oakmoor zone. Back and forth, Oakmoor wrangles the puck in, and it's going to go down low into the corner. Drexel sends it off the wall. Whitted has to get there, takes the red line. He's into the Oakmoor zone, drops it for Sarver. Sarver tries to send a shot, goes off a skate, comes out of the zone. He has to wrangle it in. Rampage have to tag up. Up to Huff, goes off a stick into the zone. Puck in the corner. Tied up down low on the near side wall. Whitted and Drexel is in there. Are in there. Comes out to Whitted. Fed across to Merrill on the far side point. Merrill feeds a shot in. Goalie gets a piece of it, goes up and over, ends up in the near corner. And the puck comes up and out, and we have a whistle for icing. So we'll get a face-off back in the Oakmoor zone with 9:39 left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Foster, Whittingham, Bender, Espirito. Oakmoor wins the draw back down low. Whittingham centers the pass, comes across the near side wall. Oakmoor sends it up the boards. And then Bender holding at the point, keeps it in, sends a shot wide of the net, ends up on the far wall. Oakmoor sends it back behind the net. Up the boards to the near side, off the wall, and now Oakmoor clears the zone. Espirito has it at neutral. Sends it across the far side. Oakmoor sends it in, and they are offside. So with 9:02 left in period number 2, we're going to face off just outside the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Wilton, McManus, King, Wheeler, Bisley. I'm sorry, face-off's going to come to the center dot, it looks like. Rampage win the draw. Wheeler's got it, skates to the red line. It's into the zone. King's gonna dump it down low into the corner. Oakmoor skates to the far side. Up and out of the zone and back in. I thought Rampage were offside, but play continues. Puck goes on net. The Oakmoor goaltender sends it back behind the net. Wilton gets in there. Tied up down low in the corner. McManus is there as well. Puck goes around to the far side. Oakmoor picks it up, sends it up and out. Quick move over to McManus now. He's into the zone on the near side. Holds up on the wall, centers the pass. Oakmoor takes that one away. And then Wheeler comes back, picks up the puck. He's in his own zone, skates behind the net. Sends it up the wall on the near side. King gets a stick on it, sends it up to Wheeler. Wheeler takes the red line. He's into the zone. Quick shot goes off a boot, hits up on the near side wall. Oakmoor takes the puck away. Whitted has it. He turns around, comes back. Whitted's into the zone. Makes a move to the inside. Feeds it out front, looking for Huff. Just doesn't connect. Or, I'm sorry, that was McManus. I saw the 5. McManus up the wall to Whitted. Whitted centers the shot. Goaltender makes a save and is going to hang on. And with that, we will go to an ice cut. So when we come back, face-off will be in the Oakmoor zone. We have 7:29 left in period number 2. Rampage are currently up 1-0. All right, I'm going to take a break, rest my voice for a little bit, and we'll see you guys back in about 10. All right, folks, welcome back to the second half of the second period. As I mentioned before, we should have a face-off in the Oakmoor zone. Rampage are currently up 1-0, and there are 7 minutes and 29 seconds left in period number 2. All right, here we go. Getting ready to get started. Holmes getting set up in net on his end. Out on the ice to start the second half of the second period, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarber, Bisley, and Wheeler. Oakmoor wins the draw back into the corner, up the wall on the far side. They're going to turn with it, send it through neutral into the Rampage zone. Centering pass gets poked back out and ends up down low, tied up back behind the net. Turn fired high and wide. Oakmoor has it down low, centers the pass, Whitted with the takeaway. He turns and skates with it up to Sarber. Sarber takes the red line over cross ice to the far side. Whitted sends it back, and now Oakmoor sends it down into the corner. They throw it up and out of play into the stands. So with 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in period number 2, we get a stoppage. We'll have a face-off in the Oakmoor zone. Looks like we'll get a quick change of some defensemen. We got Merrill and Huff out to join Drexel, Whitted, and Sarber. Rampage win the draw, back to Merrill. To Sarber, goes off a stick. Oakmoor turns it around, comes back the other way. Puck down low into the corner. Oakmoor takes it behind the net, changes direction, sends it to the far corner. Comes back to Whitted down low, sends it up the boards. Oakmoor pinches in and keeps it down low. Merrill up the boards to Sarber. Sarber turns, clears the zone. Whitted's got it. He's got Drexel with him into the zone. Over to Drexel. Drexel with the shot, and that one goes in. Drexy with hands so sexy gets the second goal on the board for the Colorado Rampage. 6 minutes and 13 seconds left in period number 2. Rampage go up by a score of 2-0. And we'll get some fresh skaters out on the ice. We've got Roberts, Whittingham, Bender, Espirito, and Foster. Oakmoor wins the draw, a little back and forth, and now it's going to come across to the near side. Oakmoor gets there, sent up the boards into the Rampage zone, and then Bender flips it up, comes to Foster. Foster's into the zone, over to Roberts. Puck ends up back behind, centering pass. Espirito gets a stick on it, shot. Goaltender makes a save. Puck goes to the far wall. Espirito pinches in, and the puck bounces up into the netting and out of play. So we have a stoppage, 5:46 left in period number 2. Foster, Whittingham, Roberts, Bender, and Espirito on the ice. Oakmoor wins the draw, but Rampage are going to jump on it down low. Puck on the near side boards. And Oakmoor's got it. They turn with it. Quick move there into the Rampage zone. Shot, and Espirito gets a stick on that one. It flips way up into the ceiling. And I never saw it come back down. Oh, yeah, must have. .532 left in period number 2, face off the Rampage zone. Tied up on the draw. Foster's going to wrangle it in. Skates to the red line. Puck goes into the zone. Rampage were offside by a mile. Back out to neutral. Reset. Whittingham skates in. Shot. Goaltender makes a save. Puck is loose down low. Roberts tries to center it. Oakmoor gets a stick on it. Flips it up and out. Back into the zone. Bender picks it up in his own zone. Skates behind the net to the near side. Sends it up the wall. Up to neutral ice. Back again. Cross ice to the far side. Oakmoor takes the red line. They send it in on net. Holmes is going to drop it into the corner. Espirito sends it around to Bender. Bender up the wall on the near side. Foster turns with it. Up and out of the zone. Goes off of Roberts' stick, and then a little back and forth at neutral ice. Espirito with the takeaway. He resets in his own zone. Sends it up the wall. And then Wilton picks it up. He's going to turn the skate with it. He's into the zone. Makes a quick move. Wilton recollects. Shot taken. Goaltender makes a save. Puck comes to the inside wall. Up and out. Wheeler has it. Sends it across to the far side. It doesn't connect. I didn't think it connected. I would have called that icing. But play continues. Oakmoor turns around. Comes back the other way. Flip back down. Oakmoor has it in their own zone. They turn skate with it. Through neutral ice, into the Rampage zone with it. Shot taken, Holmes with the save. Wheeler makes a move in the corner. Little back and forth right on the wall there. And then comes up and out of the zone. Race for the puck back into the Oakmoor zone. Oakmoor gets there first. Wilton and McManus are right on it. Looks like Oakmoor's going to skate it to the near side. They turn, send a pass across, goes off of a stick. Oakmoor recollects, and now we have a quick takeaway. McManus sends it off the boards on the near side. It's into the Oakmoor zone. They turn and send it up to neutral ice and into the Rampage zone with it. Shot goes wide of the net. Ends up the near side wall. Wheeler picks it up, skates up to neutral, sends it up into the Oakmoor zone. They clear it back out again. Wheeler turns with it. He's back in the Oakmoor zone. Shot from up high. Goaltender has it in his glove. He's going to hang on. 2 minutes, 59 seconds left in period number 2. We'll get a face-off in the Oakmoor zone.
I know. I can feel it.
Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Server, Whitted, Huff, and Merrill. Puck back behind the net. Still stuck, and it gets sent back down into the corner. Drexel doing battle down low. Sends it across to Huff. Quick shot. Body's in the way. Doesn't quite make it through. Merrill tries to pinch in. Server gets a stick on it. Gets pushed out of the zone. And then Drexel with the takeaway at neutral. Whitted wrangles it back in. Quick steal by Oakmoor. Whitted has to come back and get the puck back. Makes a turn to the inside wall. Fans on the pass. Oakmoor turns around, comes back the other way. Shot taken, and Oakmoor with a goal on a bad turnover in our own zone. So with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in period number 2, Oakmoor gets on the board and cuts the lead to 1. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Whittingham, Foster, Espirito, and Bender. Rampage win the draw. Espirito takes it to the far side. Turned and sent into the Oakmoor zone. Oakmoor sends it up and out. Espirito feeds it off the wall towards Bender. Bender chips it up and out of the zone. Puck back into the Oakmoor zone. Back to Espirito. Espirito over to Bender. Neutral zone. Oakmoor has the puck back. And quick takeaway. Foster's into the Oakmoor zone with the puck and gets deflected into the far corner. Bounces out front. Roberts gets a stick on it, takes a shot. That one's going to go in. Zach Roberts with his second of the game. 1:39 left in period number 2. Zach Roberts with the takeaway. He's going to bury it. So that's his second for today, making the score 3-1 in favor of your Colorado Rampage. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Roberts, Whittingham, Bender, and Espirito. Puck goes across to the far side. Back out of the zone. Oakmoor has it at neutral ice. Quick takeaway. Roberts sends it across. Goes off a stick. Comes to the near side wall. Oakmoor skates up out of the zone. Across the red line. Holds up. And then into the Rampage zone. Drops it at the point. Quick poke check. Whittingham coming back the other way with speed. He's into the zone. Jack Whittingham with a shot. Goaltender makes a save. Puck back behind the net. Goes up the far side wall. Espirito holds it at the point. Quick move. Fans on the pass. Oakmoor coming back. Sends it up and out. McManus turns. Puck still at neutral ice. Oakmoor centers the pass. They're into the Rampage zone. Dropped it at the point. Shot taken. Holmes with a save. It goes up into the netting and out of play. 44 seconds left in period number 2. We get a stoppage. And the scoreboard is still showing 2-1, although the score is actually 3-1. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Wilton, King, Bisley, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw, send it up and out, and Oakmoor's offside. 39 seconds left in period number 2. Oakmoor wins the draw. They send it hard around the boards into the Rampage zone. Holmes holds it up behind the net. Wheeler comes in to pick it up. Puck down low in the corner. Up and not out. Shot goes high and back behind. Wheeler gets there. Puck down low into the corner. Over to the near side. Bisley sends it up, but not out. Oakmoor with the takeaway. Player blows the tire, and now King's going to send it out of the zone. McManus over to Wilton, and time expires on period number 2. Series score after 2 is 3-0, or 3-1, excuse me, in favor of the Colorado Rampage. We do need some updating on the scoreboard. Out on the ice to start period number 3. We have Drexel, Sarver, Whitted, Wheeler, Bisley, and Holmes in net. Rampage win the draw, back to Wheeler. Wheeler over to Bisley. Bisley up to Drexel. Drexel cross ice to Sarver. Sarver's into the zone. Quick shot. Goalie gets a piece of it, ends up on the near side wall. Drexel driving down into the corner. Puck comes back into the near side corner. Drexel gets hands on it. Tied up, down low, comes up top. Bisley sends it over to Wheeler. Fans on the shot, and then Wheeler recollects, takes a quick shot. Goaltender has it in his glove. He's going to hang on. So we have a stoppage. We'll get a face-off in the Oakmoor zone. 16:27 left in period number 3. Out on the ice, we've got Whittingham, Roberts, Foster, Merrill, and Huff. Puck gets sent around to the inside boards. Oakmoor clears the puck. They're through neutral, 2-on-1 into the Rampage zone. Shot taken, Holmes with the save. It's going to come out to the inside wall. Quick centering pass. Shot unable to come off. Whittingham feeds it over to Foster. Foster's into the zone with it. He's got a little room. And Armani Foster with the breakaway goal. 16:01 left in period number 3. Rampage go 4-1. Nice quick transition through. Whittingham feeds it to Foster. Foster creates a little bit of space and buries it 5-hole, I believe. It's hard to see exactly where the shot went from here, but I do know it went to the back of the net, which is the important thing. We'll keep the same crew out as before. This line playing very, very well so far this game. Oakmoor wins the draw. Back into their own zone. Roberts is going to apply pressure on the forecheck. Sends it up and around to the far side. Quick steal and quick shot. Body's in the way. Doesn't make it through. Oakmoor coming back the other direction. Into the Rampage zone with it. Make a move down low. Centering pass attempt. Takeaway by Merrill. Comes up to the point. Shot bounces off a body and Holmes gets a leg pad on it. Comes to the near side wall. Whittingham sends it up and out. Roberts looking for Foster. It's back behind him. Sends it into the Oakmoor zone. Foster with the takeaway. Blows a tire on the wall. And now the puck comes up. Oakmoor has it. Shot goes wide of the net. Ends up on the near side wall. Up to Wilton. Oh, I'm sorry. Comes up to Oakmoor player. Takes a shot high and wide. Ends up on the far wall. Pass across. Deflects and ends up in the corner. Down low, Wilton gets a stick on it, up the boards on the far side, and now it's out of the zone. Bounces out to center. Espirito skates in, sends it into the Oakmoor zone. Oakmoor comes after it down low. Puck back behind the net. Oakmoor's going to turn. They send it up and out of the zone. Bender off the wall. McManus doing battle. He's got players on him. Oakmoor into the Rampage zone with it. Move made, and then it gets poked up to McManus. He turns with it, feeds it over to Wilton. Wilton skates through. He's into the Oakmoor zone. Shot from up high. Goaltender thought he had it in his glove, but it was loose. Comes out. Oakmoor picks it up. They feed it through. They're into the Rampage zone. Down low into the corner. Quick poke check, and the puck is going to end up on the outside wall. Wilton recollects, flips it up to King. King turns, sends looking for McManus. Back into the Oakmoor zone now. McManus applying pressure on the forecheck. Puck comes up and out. Wheeler picks it up, gets a stick on it, sends it up, doesn't connect, and that's going to be icing. So with 13:41 left in period number 3, we have a whistle of face-off back in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Whitted, Drexel, Sarver, Bisley, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw. Bisley over to Sarver. Sarver skates through neutral. He's into the Oakmoor zone, feeds it, centering pass, ends up in the near corner. Bisley pitching in down low, sends it across to the far side. Oakmoor's going to clear it, and that one is going to be on net. So Holmes comes out, plays it, up to Whitted. Whitted clears the zone. Oakmoor with it back in their own zone. Send it off the boards on the near side. Back to Wheeler. Wheeler sends a pass up, looking for Drexel, goes off his stick. He's going to try to chase it down. Drexel gets there, gets a stick on it, skates it up the far wall. stuck on the boards, and now Oakmoor skates it out. Bisley with a takeaway, sends it back in, and Rampage are offside. 12:48 left in period number 3. Faceoff's going to come to the center dot, it appears. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Roberts, Whittingham, Merrill, and Huff. Rampage win the draw. Merrill over to Huff. Little back and forth at neutral. Ends up back in the Oakmoor zone. Still in the Oakmoor zone. Oakmoor has it. They turn and skate. They're going to skate out of the zone with it. Send a stretch pass, doesn't connect, and that's icing. That was icing. Play continues. Been a lot of weird stuff today. Both directions that way. Merrill feeds it up to Roberts. Roberts over to Foster. Foster drops it for Whittingham and blows a tire on his way through. And we get a whistle for offside. Face-off will be just outside the Oakmoor zone. Same crew out as before. Whittingham, Foster, Roberts, Merrill, and Huff. Rampage win the draw. Merrill across to Huff on the far side. Back to Merrill. Quick takeaway, quick shot. Holmes has it. He's going to cover it up. And we get a stoppage. We'll have a face-off in the Oakmoor zone. Or I'm sorry, in the Rampage zone. Don't know what I'm saying. Out on the ice, we've got Wilton, McManus, King, Espirito, and Bender. Rampage win the draw. Espirito down low. Up to the far side. King wrangles it in. Sends it up to McManus. Into the Oakmoor zone. McManus holds up at the wall. Takes a shot. Goes off a body. Ends up down low. Puck gets stuck back behind the net. And Oakmoor's going to pick it up. They send a pass up and out. Bender takes it away. And now Oakmoor's going to pick it up and continue through into the Rampage zone. Centering pass, Oakmoor has it, feeds it down low, and still loose, bouncing around. Holmes has it on that one. Nice job, Liam Holmes. 11:19 left in period number 3. We'll get another face-off in the Rampage zone. Quick change, we've got Drexel, Sarver, Whitted, Bender, and Espirito. Drexel pulls it out of the pile. He's going to skate up and out and through. He's got Sarver with him. Drexel with the shot. Goaltender with the save. He's just going to hang on. 11:10 left in period number 3. Same crew out as before. Rampage win the draw up to Sarver. Sarver makes a move on the wall. Kicks the puck out, Whitted with the shot, body's in the way, doesn't make it through. Drexel with it on the far side, feeds it down low. Oakmoor's gonna turn, sends it up the wall on the near side, pinched in was Espirito, and now the puck is back behind the net. Oakmoor skates to the far side, up and out of the zone. Drexel with the takeaway, feeds it through to Espirito, up to Whitted. Whitted's into the zone, holds it up at the blue line. Drexel ends up with the puck, feeds it back down through to Sarver. Sarver with the shot, goes off the goaltender up and into the near side corner. Puck stays down low, comes up the boards on the near side up to Drexel. Drexel takes a shot from point, goes off of the body and into the corner. Puck gets hit to the far side. Oakmoor gets there, pinching in is Bisley. He's going to keep the puck down low. Into the far side corner. Drexel goes in there and ties things up. Off the wall. Fed down low to Whitted. Whitted takes a shot, goes off a stick, and ends up out front. Whitted feeds it, looking for Sarver. It ends up off the wall. Bisley back to Sarver. Sarver tries to dump it back down. Puck comes up and now out to neutral. Wheeler turns it around. He's going to skate back the other way. Into the zone with it. Gets poked and into the corner. Puck out front. Gets sent across to the far side, comes up and out to neutral ice. Wheeler picks it up, turns around, sends it up, looking for Drexel. Drexel's to Whittingham. Whittingham takes a big shot and then gets ridden into the boards. And we have a 9:25 left in period number 3. We'll see what comes out of that. There were no hands in the air for the initial hit against Whittingham, which in my opinion should have been, and he came up pretty angry about it. And it looks like we're going to send 2 from each team into the box. So my belief is we're going to stay 5-on-5, but I don't know if the officials are still talking about it. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Wilton, King, Wheeler, and Bisley. So waiting to see what we got going on here. They're putting time. They're giving Whittingham a major. Whittingham took a punch to the face. He did not have his helmet on and got a punch to the face in the skirmish, which is honestly a game ejection, but I don't think it's going to go that way. We'll see what we got going once everything's up on the board. And they put it up and then took it off again. Still waiting to see what penalties are going to be assessed, what the deal is going to be. 9:25 left in the game. And it appears we're going to have 2 players ejected from the game. One from Oakmoor, and it looks like Jack Whittingham, which really, really sucks because, frankly, the Whittingham line was having a phenomenal game. Took a really bad hit and then got ridden into the boards. There was no penalty called. And then the relatively big fight ensued, and then, which, granted, they are going to call some penalties for that, but so we are going to stay 5-on-5. We've got a player from each team ejected from the game, and we have a player from each team in the box in addition. But it looks like we're going to stay even. We've got McManus, Wilton, King, Wheeler, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw, skate it through. McManus tries to take a shot, goes off a skate, doesn't go anywhere. Oakmoor up and out of the zone, through neutral, into the Rampage zone. Shot taken, Holmes with the save. Puck comes out to the far wall. Up out to neutral. And Oakmoor's offside. 9:01 left in period number 3. Faceoff will be outside the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarber, Huff, and Merrill. The puck comes way back in the Oakmoor zone. Oakmoor goaltender plays it back behind the net. Up the near side wall, Merrill pinching in, keeps it in the zone, and now it clears out to neutral. A little back and forth, Sarber with a poke check, and then Oakmoor sends it back up out. Huff sends it across. Rampage had tagged up. Puck goes into the near side corner. Oakmoor has it behind the net. Up the near side wall. Drexel picks it up. Skates back to the neutral zone. Just fans on the shot, and now Oakmoor coming back into the zone. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. Puck ends up in the near corner. Turned with it. Thought Sarber had the steal. Ends up back behind the net. Huff sends it up the boards on the near side. Drexel clears it over to Sarber on the far side. Sarber skates through. He's in the zone. Fed across to Whitted. Just reaches it. Goaltender makes a save. 8 minutes exactly left in period number 3. On the ice, we've got Roberts, Wilton, Bender, Espirito, and McManus. Rampage currently with 2 lines of forwards plus 1. 2 plus 1. Rampage win the draw. Espirito takes a shot, goes off a stick, up into the netting and out of play. So we get a stoppage. Face-off will be in the Oakmoor zone. Tied up, down low. Looks like Oakmoor's going to skate it to the far side. Then up and out. They're through neutral into the Rampage zone on the far side. To the near side. Back down the wall. Quick steal. Wilton clears it. Roberts gets there. He's into the zone with it. Sends it towards the net. Wilton trying to wrangle it in with the stick. Bouncing around. McManus gets there, and Oakmoor makes a nice defensive play to send the puck wide. And they're going to turn and clear it. This will be icing. We get a whistle. Face-off will be back in the Oakmoor zone. 7:17 left in period number 3. And both players who were in the box are now out of the box. So Rampage are back at 2 lines plus 2 for the forwards. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, King, Bisley, Wheeler. Bisley pinching in, centers the pass over to Whitted. Whitted takes a shot, goaltender makes a save. 7:09 left in the period. We'll get a stoppage and a face-off in the Oakmoor zone, excuse me. Same crew out as before. Rampage win the draw, comes up and out of the zone. Wheeler has to race back for it. He's got a player pursuing. Wheeler gets there, turns and sends it up and through, and play will continue. King on the forecheck. Comes to the corner on the near side, gets chipped back again. Up the boards to Wheeler, comes back out. Oakmoor sends it across to the far side, bounces into the zone. Wheeler chips it back up again. Little bit of back and forth right at neutral ice. Oakmoor's going to turn and fire it in from the red line. Puck behind the net. Oakmoor skates it to the far side. Quick tip. And now Drexel's going to pick it up. Chips it over towards King. King's into the zone. Puck down low into the corner. Up the boards. And Oakmoor skates up and out. They're into the neutral zone. Quick move to the outside. Down low into the corner. Merrill sends the puck to Drexel. Drexel pulls it off the wall. He's going to turn. Feeds it to Whitted. Whitted's into the zone. Puck ends up back behind the net. Oakmoor sends it up and out. It's not going to have enough for icing. Merrill has to come back and get it in his zone. Merrill feeds it up off the boards. The near side. Huff is going to deflect it into the zone. Huff's got it into the Oakmoor zone. Shot. And Oakmoor, goaltender, covers it up, and we have a stoppage. And we have a penalty coming to Oakmoor for a little late how you doing shoving after the whistle. Rampage will be on the power play with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Out on the ice, we've got, who do we have? McManus, Sarver, Roberts, Huff, and Merrill. No, Wilton, Roberts, McManus, Huff, and Merrill. It's a little tough trying to figure out how to run a power play line when with Whittingham out of the lineup. Rampage went it up to the point. Merrill sends it down the wall to McManus. Cross ice to Huff. Back to Merrill. It comes out of the zone, and Rampage are offside. Tied up right at the wall here. Wilton's going to send it back to Huff. Huff cross ice to Merrill. Merrill back to Huff in his own zone. Turns with it, skates it, or sends it up to McManus. McManus is into the zone. Drops it looking for Wilton. Puck on the near side wall. Up the point to Huff. Huff pinching in. And Oakmoor clears it out to neutral. Merrill has to take away, wait for everybody to tag up. He does so. He skates in, holds it at the point. Drops it for McManus. Shot taken. Goaltender makes a save. Puck comes across. Gets knocked down. Huff feeds it up to Merrill. Merrill to Roberts. Roberts to Wilton. Sorry. Oakmoor gets a poke check and clears the zone with it. They skate to the red line, send it in to the Rampage zone. Merrill. Huff wrangles it in back behind the net. Goes off the skate, comes out of the zone. Wilton gets it. He's going to turn with it. Wilton turns, skates into the Oakmoor zone, holds up at the point, feeds it up to Whitted. Whitted coming in, makes a move to the outside, sends it across, looking for Wheeler, goes off a stick, doesn't connect. Oakmoor coming back out of the zone. Bisley has it on his stick, makes a move to the inside wall. Puck comes up the wall. Oakmoor keeps it in the zone, and now it's going to come back to Bisley in the corner. Just 17 seconds left on the power play for the Rampage boys. Wheeler skates it through into the Oakmoor zone, over to Sarver. Sarver feeds it up the wall to Bisley. Bisley feeds it over to Wheeler. Wheeler gets deflected, and Sarver sends it down low to Drexel. Drexel skates up the wall. Oakmoor back at 5. Puck in the near side corner. Wheeler sends it through the crease to the far side corner. Sarver at the wall sends it up to the point to Drexel. Drexel sends a shot from up high. Goaltender makes a save. He's going to cover it up, and we get a stoppage. 3:16 left in period number 3. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarver, Bisley, and Wheeler. Oakmoor clears it, goes off a stick and into the Rampage zone. Puck down low in the corner. Tied up down low. Oakmoor feeds it up to the point. Shot deflects, ends up in the corner, back behind. Wheeler sends it off the boards to the near side. Oakmoor keeps it down low. And now the puck gets cleared up and out. And I think it's going to be icing, and just Burley was. So with 2:39 left in period number 3, we'll have the faceoff come back into the Rampage zone. Quick shot. Holmes gets a piece of it. It bounces up into the netting and out of play. Oakmoor wins the draw up to the point, goes off of the skate, and clears the zone. Foster's got it. He's into the zone. Puck goes on net. 2:25 left in period number 3. Out on the ice, we've got King, Roberts, Foster, Bender, Espirito face-off in the Oakmoor zone. Puck down low, back behind the net. Fed out front, nobody home. Oakmoor gets a stick on it. Clears it up and out to the far side wall. Down low into the corner. Puck comes out front and now gets poked up to the point. Shot taken, goes up and over. And then King sends it up to the point but not out. Shot taken, Roberts gets a body in the way. Roberts sends it across to the wall. Espirito poke checks it. He's up and out of the zone, skates through neutral. He's in the Oakmoor zone with it. Espirito at the circle, and now puck comes up to the point. Whitted takes a shot from up high. Goaltender gets a piece. It bounces up into the netting and out of play. 1 minute, 30 seconds left in the game and the season for Rampage. Out on the ice, we've got Whitted, Wilton, McManus, Merrill, and Huff. Rampage win the draw, comes up, not out of the zone. Merrill holds it at the blue line to McManus, takes a shot, goes off of a stick, sent just wide of the net and back behind. Puck up the wall on the far side. Looks like we got a broken stick. And puck gets flipped up in the air, out to neutral. And loss of a handle, Oakmoor back into the zone, sends it across to the near side. Whitted with the takeaway. He's going to skate it up and out of the zone. Feeds it through. Feeds it looking for McManus, just doesn't connect. Merrill takes a shot from the point. Goaltender makes a save, ends up in the corner. Puck bouncing around, goes back towards the net, and Oakmoor sends it up to the point but not out. Huff sends a shot, goes back behind. Oakmoor with it, sends it up and out. Huff's going to knock it down. Puck gets stuck on the wall. I'm sorry, Oakmoor sends it down into the corner. Back down to Huff. Huff sends it up and out, goes through the skates and to the far side, into the zone, and just 10 seconds left in your 24-25 season. Puck down low in the corner. Oakmoor sends it around to the far side. Huff gets there, centers the pass. It's going to bounce up and out, and time expires on your 24-25 season. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in, staying with us the whole year, and Rampage in the season with the W, 4-1 against the Oakmoor Patriots. All right, thanks, folks. Really appreciate you, and we will see you next season.